Hello, and welcome to the TV&T podcast. I'm Adriana.
And I'm Selena.
And we are two sisters that have decided to let the internet into the conversations that we have about TV and pop culture over endless cups of tea. In our house, the reoccurring questions are, is it tea time? To which the answer is always yes.
And what are we watching? So pour yourself a cup and get ready to get into it.
Hey guys!
What's up, everyone? We are back for another episode of the TV&T podcast.
Woo!
So exciting.
Even though this week it should really be called the TV and Wine podcast because we are drinking wine.
Oh my gosh, I was wondering if you were gonna mention that, and I was just like, do I mention that we're just not drinking tea, or
you know, it's a time of just. What is the time of? It's just a mentally taxing time, and we just needed something a little stronger tonight.
We've all gone a bit mad.
Yes, you know, it's just completely bollocks, everything that's going on right now.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited to get into this episode. We may have given you guys a little hint as to what we're going to talk about with the British accent, but first, let's do our catch-up. What's your quote?
My quote of the week. How am I feeling?
Mm-hmm.
It is coming from the great Karen Walker on the show Will and Grace.
Okay.
And it is from an episode where Will's mother dies, and Karen shows up to the house in Connecticut to pay her respects, and Will is surprised that she's there. And so she says, well, honey, someone's got to be the designated drinker. And quite frankly, that is the position that I have decided to take on in the family. I am going to become the designated drinker.
Oh, I love that.
I can't do anything else at this point. I'm just, I'm sick of caring. I'm sick of feeling bad. I'm sick of feeling ugly. I'm just going to drown myself in wine and liquor. And, I'll deal with alcoholism in 6 months when this is over.
Cheers! No, genuinely, my mom is concerned for me because we all know I have another podcast where I get drunk and talk shit with my best friend, and I drink for work because of that, and mommy will just walk in my room and be like, what's going on? Why are you drinking alone? And I keep telling her, it's work, mommy, it's work. But she and I both know it can't all be work. And she's just like, please do not develop an alcohol problem in quarantine. She's about to send me to virtual AA. So you know what? I'm passing that torch to you.
I will take it on. The torch has been passed. I am carrying the baton. That is fine. That's just where I am right now. I just could. I don't have the energy to care anymore. I'm just done with it all, and I'm headed to the wine.
Quarantine mood, drunk. I literally lost my quote. Hold on.
Come on, Selena.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. How you feeling?
Yes. My quote for this week comes from a movie.
Okay.
Alice in Wonderland.
Ooh.
The Tim Burton version.
Oh.
The new one, right? But they say the same things.
They do.
If it's the OG version. I have here, have I gone mad? To which Alice says, I'm afraid so. You're entirely bonkers. But I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are. And that is just how I feel. I feel like I've gone mad. Cheers. I tried to take off my acrylic nails today because Adriana inspired me. She made it seem so easy. She took hers off.
I did not make it seem so easy. I took 3 hours in the middle of the night in a panic to take my acrylic nails off because I was I cut one and then I was oh my God, I've gone too far. I can't, at that point you're all in. You cut one nail and you've gone too far. So then I had to take them all off, and I was panicked and I was stressed. And it was 1 a.m. when I started. I didn't go to sleep that night until 5 a.m. because it took me so long, and it was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, no, you didn't say all of that when you first told me you took off your nails. I just
What do you mean? I came out and I was like, guys, I cracked. That was the moment I cracked that week.
I see why, because now I have cracked. I took off one hand of my acrylic nails and then I literally gave up. And now I just feel so like there's a cognitive dissonance of how I think I should feel and how I look.
It's gonna be like that for a couple days. Like, it took me, like, I think a week to, like, be like, okay, these are my hands.
But this also derailed my entire day. Like, I was trying to be productive for the first time in, like, 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna clean my room. I'm gonna do laundry. I'm gonna take off my nails. Taking off the nails, just downhill, you know? And I feel a little crazy, but it's okay. We're drinking.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it happens. You know, you just gotta roll with it. And, you know, after this, you'll get a good night's sleep. You'll wake up tomorrow and you'll, like, start again. I'm gonna finally try to wax myself in the morning.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Good luck.
I'm gonna go with God on that one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and I have another update for the audience. I probably won't be sleeping well anyway because I've been binge watching the Indian version of Say Yes to the Dress.
Oh my God.
You guys, if y'all thought Say Yes to the Dress was good, if y'all thought that was one of my favorite shows of all time, the Indian version is amazing. It takes the cake. I've been staying up until 5 a.m, literally watching it.
You should see my face right now.
I just had to tell you guys that.
Okay. Well, where are you watching that for the people?
YouTube.
Okay, so join her on the tube.
Yeah.
You know, and have at it.
Oh my gosh, I just love it. And the Indian brides, like, have such big budgets always.
Well, yeah, their weddings are huge. Mm-hmm. They're fabulous.
And they buy, like, 2 and 3 outfits.
I mean, that's fabulous.
Okay, so why are you, like...
I mean, I just, like, can't get into it. I mean, I guess because that's, like, elevated and, like, fabulous, I might like it, mm-hmm. but I don't know.
Guys, let me know if you are obsessed with Say Yes to the Dress as much as I am.
We'll see. Okay. Anyway, so let's just jump into the episode.
Yes.
We are going to talk about the new hit sensation from Netflix, Too Hot to Handle.
Yes, you guys, we are back to Netflix, and this show, I have to say, 10 out of 10.
No, Selena!
No. Oh my gosh, it was a fun and fresh quarantine watch.
We haven't talked about this show at all. Okay, so let me tell you.
Give me your thoughts.
So last night when you were like, have you watched the Quibi shows? I was like, no. Okay, because we're doing like a big review on Quibi, the new platform.
That's coming.
That is going to be coming. So that was supposed to be on this episode, but somehow it was Wednesday and I hadn't started watching anything. And so we were like, okay, we need to push this back. So then I realized I hadn't started Too Hot to Handle.
Mm-hmm. And you watched it in a panic.
So I watched it in a panic last night. And I was not impressed at all.
No?
The show is so bad.
Oh my gosh. Adriana, why? Give me your reasons.
Oh my God.
What is the reason?
I give it like a 3.4 out of 10. Like,
no.
I was like, this is painful.
No.
It was a knockoff, bad version of Love Island meets, Are You the One?
She is just such a Love Island stan that she cannot bring herself to like another show with British people.
That's not true. That's actually, I thought that was the one redeeming quality, that I got the chat.
Oh, the chat.
You know, they had the chat. There was blokes. They were
the banter.
They had the banter.
The
they were proper fit.
Proper fit.
I was with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was so here for all of that. It was everything else. I was like, oh my God. I thought the concept was like half baked at best.
Okay.
And I thought some of the people were just really fucking boring.
Who was boring?
Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. Let me refer to my notes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so first of all, first impressions coming in.
Okay.
Chloe. Oh my God.
Oh, but Chloe was fun and fresh. She had her little ditzy vibe.
She was... Okay, my thing is, like, did anybody have any sort of IQ on this show? Like,
that wasn't the point.
Everybody just seemed, like, so dumb. Like, I'm sorry. The people on Love Island UK, like, some of them are really dumb, but, like, most of them are not. And everyone is gorgeous. So I think it is possible to cast a beautiful cast and not have them have the IQ of a snail. Like,
but that wasn't the point. If they casted smart people, they would have won all the money and no one would have hooked up.
Nobody hooked up anyway.
People hooked up.
Barely.
Chloe kissed someone.
I can't even get it. We're not even going to get into the money yet. That was a whole other thing. Okay. So who was
boring is what I asked you.
Who was boring? I didn't even write down her name. She was...
Which one? I'll remember.
She was the blonde girl that made it to the very end that shouldn't have been there.
Oh, the one from Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no point of casting her.
She was boring. And, like, Kels gave me, like, a little bit, but, like, not enough. He just, like, wasn't... He just didn't do it for me.
I think he served his purpose on the show. Tall, hot, and, like...
I loved
the
David.
one... Oh, David was my favorite guy.
Loved David. He was a
great.
catch. Mm-hmm. And I liked the girl that came in for him at the end.
Okay. She was cute. Name? Lydia.
Mm-hmm. I liked Lydia too. Mm-hmm. I loved the guy that they brought in when they brought in Lydia. Corey. Okay,
he was ew.
When he first came in, I was like, okay, he's hot.
He had pierced nipples, Adriana.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Adriana, I swear, go look at a photo of him right now. His nipples were pierced. And after that, I was done with him. You guys, for those of you who have seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't,
no.
Yes.
I was watching it in bed.
Oh my gosh.
Did I miss it? Did I miss the nipple piercings?
Any man that has nipple piercings, I'm sorry, you lost me. It doesn't matter how...
have his nipples
yes,
pierced.
he does. It doesn't matter how cute you are in the face.
Nipples.
Adriana,
intact.
No. You need to see this.
What? He didn't have these on the show.
Yes, he did. Every single episode, he had his nipple piercings in.
No.
Yes, when he pulled up on the boat, that is the
Selena,
first thing I
look
saw.
at this face.
Oh my gosh, I automatically canceled him as soon as I saw the nipple piercings.
No,
that
he
just
was hot.
doesn't do it for me.
He was a total geezer. He was such an asshole. I hated his personality. Mm-hmm. Like, once he started to open his mouth, I was like, I'm done with you. But when he first walked in, I don't even like guys that look like this, but he's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, I need people from the UK to chime in and tell me if it is okay over there to refer to women as birds.
Oh, no, that's normal. They all refer to them as birds.
As a bird?
All of them. On Love Island, it's the same thing. Everyone's a bird. That's my bird.
Oh.
You're gonna crack on with my bird. Don't crack on with my bird. Like, okay. That's the lingo.
No, because to me, that's like the equivalent of like a broad. It's like, well, you're not gonna call your girlfriend a broad.
No, I think they think of it differently over there because they all use it. I'm used to it.
Okay, so you didn't like the show.
I thought it was... I just thought the idea of it was, like, really half-baked. Like, you bring these people in, okay, there's a plot twist. They can't have any sexual relations. They can't masturbate, can't anything. Okay, I'm with that. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then, like, the exercises that you're putting them through, for the entire show, there was only 4 exercises. Shouldn't there have been an exercise every episode? And, like, also, the episodes were so short. Every episode was less than 48 minutes. That was the longest length of any episode. And there was only 8 episodes. They had 0 footage. These people are so boring that they were filming for 4 weeks and could only get, like, 38 minutes out of an episode on average. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, but it also seems like they kind of did it for a TV network.
There's no way. If that was a TV network, there's no way. 8 episodes, less than no. I don't think so.
No.
Even first season of Temptation Island, I think, was at least 10 episodes. And one episode was like 32 minutes. That's like not, that wouldn't even show on TV with commercials. You'd have to have like 10 commercial breaks.
I genuinely didn't realize the episodes were that short. I thought they were at
I watched the entire season last night.
Wow.
I just thought they had very little interesting content. Because even though the episodes were short, there were some of them that I was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. What am I watching right now?
Okay, here's my thing. At first glance, I really liked the show. I thought it was a little fun and fresh quarantine watch.
I agree.
I just like shows with hot people. Like, give me some eye candy.
I agree.
I liked, I don't know, the couples were cute. Like, I was rooting for
David. There was only 2 couples.
I was rooting for David and Shonda, okay? She messed up. Because because now I know, a spoiler, her and her guy, I forgot, Sharon, they're no longer together.
No, they haven't spoken since they left the island.
Yeah, that was reported.
They filmed this in Mexico.
Yeah, that was reported by Entertainment Weekly this week, and I was just like, okay, that sucks. She should have won for David. And then Francesca and Harry is one of my favorite guys as well, just because he was so funny.
So cute.
He was so cute, fun and fresh. Love a little talk.
And he had the chat.
He definitely had the chat. Him and Francesca are still together. And
yeah, they are.
I thought they were a very superficial couple.
I thought
for
so
them
too.
To still be together, for
a
him
year
to
later,
be going out to Canada to visit her. Mm-hmm. I think that was so sweet, so nice.
Meeting her family. Yeah. He lives in LA now, and they are like fully together. And she is supposed to be moving to LA. She was supposed to be moving to LA like this month, but because of quarantine, she can't, and it's like pushed back. So I think it's so cute that they're still together.
Okay, like, to me, seeing all of that unfold was a really fun watch. And also, it's 4 weeks. They had a workshop a week, and they actually did grow from them. Like, I would love to do some of those workshops with my girlfriends. I feel like they'd be so fun.
I love that they had Shan on it.
Shan Booty.
Like, shout out to Shan. If you don't know who Shan is, she's a YouTuber and a sexologist and an author. She also has a show on Quibi. And she just makes really great relationship and like sex positive content. So check her out. Shannon Boudrum is her name on YouTube. Her Instagram is really great as well. So yeah, we love her.
Yeah,
I loved seeing her on that. I was like, yes, Shan!
She was great. No, I loved her. To me, she is like kind of in the lane of Matthew Hussey, but in a female way. Yeah, they make the same type of like nice, wholesome like relationship, sex and it's content.
Like applicable, it makes sense, it's simple, and it's like accessible.
Yeah, so that's a note. Love her. But really and truly, the show, I mean, what more could you really want? For me, when I'm going into a reality show, like, I didn't expect the workshops to be that meaningful. I didn't expect the people to be that interesting and deep. It's a reality show. What more do you want from these people than something to look at and like a cute accent, and you're learning about the chat and the banter? Like,
I don't know. I just felt like none of them were even that funny. Like, justice for Haley, because I feel like she got the bitch edit, and like she was actually funny. Like, she was like, these people are so boring. They're not having any fun. They don't even like each other, and they're gonna sit here and bitch and complain about me and Francesca like kissing. Like, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, it wasn't even a lot of money that they were playing for.
That's my thing as well. They really and truly, but I feel like they did that for a reason, because if it was more money on the line, nobody would have hooked up. That's common sense. But because it wasn't that much money, and also the people were dumb and impulsive, of course they gave us like some interesting moments of hookup.
But like, not even enough people were like interested in each other to like really put the money on the line. It was, all the money was lost by Francesca and Harry. Francesca and Harry carried the entire show on their back. Everybody was obsessed with Francesca. Like, obviously she was one of the prettier girls. And she had, to me, like one of the only like endearing personalities. Like, everybody wanted her if they could have had her.
I think Rhonda was my number 2 girl.
No, her body,
Yeah. Okay, Rhonda was my number one girl. I thought she was the prettiest, but because everyone else liked Francesca and she was the way she was, I guess she gets the number one spot. Yes,
I completely agree. But Rhonda's body was banging. Like, her legs and her ass, I was like, wow.
And
I need to be in the gym.
Yeah, and she was interesting and a sweetheart as well. And then Harry, come on. He gave us so many one-liners. Naughty little possum, naughty little minx.
No, I liked Harry a lot. I just felt like overall I was bored with the show. Like, I was watching it and I was like, I'm not into this. It just wasn't doing it for me. And I don't know why. I was just like, this is just, no. This is, like, literally, all the money was lost by Harry and Francesca. And then they won it back at the end. And they left with, like, less than 10 grand each. Like, what? And I just felt like, let's talk from a production standpoint. There were 6 beds. At one point, there was 14 people in the house. Mm-hmm. Like, the corners were so cramped. People were sleeping on the floor.
But they wanted to make it hard for them. They wanted everyone. Ideally, what I think they wanted to happen was for everyone to couple up and be sleeping together and be tempted.
But that's my thing. Why didn't they do that? Like, even they should have forced them to sleep in the beds, like, or forced them to couple up in some way. Like, on Love Island, you are in a couple and that's who you share a bed with. Like, if you choose to sleep in the bed or not, like, that's on you. Like, some people will then choose to sleep on a couch or whatever, but for the most part, you sleep in the bed with your person, even if you're not, like, sexually attracted to them, but it's like, you're in a bed. There were people on the floor, like, the entire time they were there. That was just so weird to me.
Okay, you're comparing it to Love Island and that's why you don't like it. Let us know what you guys thought, because I thought it was great. I watched it all in one day. It was a fun little thing.
Maybe I was just expecting more because people were talking about it a lot. And I was just like, this is such a bootleg version of 2 different shows that do this way better. I just felt like 100 grand. Like, that's no money. Especially if you're going to lose it so fast. Like, 3 grand for a kiss. Head was like 16 grand. Like, that's crazy.
That was the point, but I also think it should have been more money because each of them getting 10 grand, like, that's not really a lot.
I watched an interview with Francesca, and she says that because of the conversion rate, she walked away with, like, 11 grand, and, like, that somehow, like, she walked away with the most money just because of the conversion rate. So, like, basically, they got 10 grand or less each at the end of this, and I'm just like, that's not an incentive.
Yeah.
And I just feel like none of them were, if they didn't find someone they liked, they didn't really try to, like, force any sort of connections. Like, you didn't see, like, everybody trying to get to know the new people that came in. I also felt like maybe they needed to have more people come in. Like, maybe it should have been a quicker turnaround. And, like, they should have been bringing in new people, like, every 3 days.
Like, make a connection or you're getting sent home.
Yeah. Like, that would have forced people to grow and to, like, form deeper connections with each other and, like, push past the superficial stuff. Like, you're new, I'm here, let's see if we can make something real and see if I can grow in that way. The people that didn't make any connections, what did they learn? They weren't even tempted. They didn't even have anyone to deny a kiss to.
Yeah.
I just felt like, what are we doing here? You're just sitting here in this house complaining that somebody else is being tempted not to kiss, but it's like, bro, these people were falling in love over here and you're sitting here on your ass just catching rays. You're catching sun.
But the thing is, and I think what made it good was that they didn't think Francesca and Harry were falling in love. They just thought they were like, oh, they're like coupling up. They're not gonna last after this. The fact that they did, I can understand your thought process now. But if they didn't, it'd be like, oh, you lost my money for nothing, you know? And that's what they all thought in the moment.
I don't know. I don't know.
Everyone go watch it. I think it's fun.
It was a cute little show, but as far as, like, reality TV dating shows, that is not what you should invest your time in. Like, if that's the bar, the bar is on the floor.
I didn't compare it to any... Bruh, if I compare it to Temptation Island, of course it's not good. If I compare it to... What other shows do we like? Are You the One? Another banger? Of course it's not good, but like... In the situation that we're in, it is like a fun little watch. And who knows when we're going to get Temptation Island and all of these shows again. Yeah. So I liked it for that reason. Like, give us the beach love reality show.
I guess. Part of me feels like Netflix and reality TV don't mix. Like, they need to leave it to somebody else. Like,
no,
sometimes they get it right, but sometimes they really are just, it's not it.
Don't tell Netflix that, because then they'll hear it and cancel Love is Blind, which is just one of my favorites.
Oh my god. I need them to do so much more with Love is Blind. Like, I feel like season 2 really, they need to step up where the production company that actually filmed it lacked. Mm-hmm. Like, there's some holes in how they filmed that and production-wise that need some filling in, and I hope Netflix gets it right for season 2.
Oh, and I want like 20 episodes of that.
I need 20 episodes. I need 8 of them to be in the pod.
Yeah, for sure.
I need, maybe some... I just need more in-depth of, like, the post-pod process. Like, some of the... I don't know, I just need, like, more details. But we definitely need to see more of the pod.
Yeah.
And oh my god, and they definitely need to learn how to put together a reunion. Because their reunion was the most actual tragic thing I've ever watched.
We got the iconic moment of,
bitch, you're shiesty.
So, you know what? You should digress because, once again, it was entertaining.
For that moment, and that moment alone.
But we got updates on the people, like, what's her name? Kelly, when she cried over Kenny. Like, come on. It was great. To me, that was a quality show. It was a good reunion.
It was not great. It was okay.
It gave me what I needed.
I needed more, honestly. Okay. I have a really high bar for reunions. Like, come on, bro. We're not new to this. Like,
oh my gosh. Once again, and Adriana, if you compare them to, like, the iconic Real Housewives reunions... Of course, they're not going to cut it for you. But let's get into some Housewives because they were wild these past 2 weeks.
I mean, you are really, like, I want you to get on the train of the Real Housewives. Like, I feel like you just need to go back. You need to take the time, learn the history, come up. Like, you need a full education in the Real Housewives. But I'm not going to hold you to that because it's a big undertaking and it's a huge commitment.
I have, like, the Wikipedia version of the history of the Real Housewives in my head. I know who all of them are, like, Yeah. But I'm not, like, I'm not a die-hard fan like you are.
Stan. Okay. Well,
I stan Countess Luann.
So let's start with the New York Housewives. They are 5 episodes into this season. We have seen them come back together. We have a new housewife on the cast, Leah Mcsweeney, who I stan.
We love her.
Oh my god. Okay. Leah Mcsweeney is the kind of addition to a housewife that stands in the circle with Dorinda, who stands in the circle with Lisa Rinna, who stands in the circle with
Erica Jane,
who that's the top. That's it.
Yeah.
No,
literally.
She's that kind. Portia. She's that kind of addition. She's fabulous.
We love her. And in the most recent episode, we saw her baby daddy, and that just elevated it more for me.
Oh my god. He was, like, so swag. He was wearing Timbs.
I just loved it.
He was tatted. He had a really cute little fresh haircut.
Yeah. He had a little salt and pepper going. I was like, okay, honey.
He was older. He was swaggy. I loved him.
We love him. We love her. I think she's so real. I think she's like a bitch, but in like a fun way.
Yes, she's very smart also. She like writes pieces for The New Yorker and like Vanity Fair and like she does a lot of like activism stuff that you wouldn't know or even think about. And I think she has like a very interesting history. Clearly it's troubled. She's had a lot of issues with substance abuse and acting out and legal issues and things of that nature. And it's very interesting. It's all very like prep school bad girl.
Very Serena Vanderwoodson.
You know, it's very like, I hate my life even though I have it all.
Yes.
In a very interesting way. Because I just feel like you don't meet people like that. You hear about those girls, but you don't actually meet them.
Mm-hmm. She is like new money attitude with old money vibe, old money swag.
Yeah. Like,
old money.
Clearly she grew up wealthy. She grew up in Soho, in New York City. But she is just problematic in like so many ways for her family. And I think probably for everybody that knew her growing up. But she's really made something of herself. Like her brand, I've known about it for years. I didn't know if there was that association with her. And I just love her. I'm like, I die for her. She was my mood on episode 1. Like I die for her. Like I love her.
No, literally she really does hold her own against all of those other women that are so established in the show. And so established in like just New York and pop culture in general. She really does hold her own, and I love her for that. But like 2 episodes ago when she was naked in the pool, I was just like, whoa.
I mean, I love that episode. She was my kind of girl. She was like, get naked, let's have fun. She was not here for the Tinsley and Sonia just uptight, like my name, my family. She's very anti-establishment.
That's exactly what I said, like new money mentality, but she's really old money.
Yes. She really despises that old money, cliquey, look down on other people attitude. Yeah. In the best way. I love her so much. Oh my God. I stan.
Yeah, but can we talk about how when Sonia went to get in the pool and she took off her dress, she had on no underwear?
No panty.
Like, honey, that wasn't even a dress that you needed to wear no underwear. Why don't you have on drawers?
I don't think Sonia wears underwear very often.
Oh my gosh.
And it takes a bold person. It takes a person that's comfortable being nude down there to wear no underwear with a maxi dress.
Maxi flowy.
Like, maxi flowy dress that's like, as you take a step, it's going in your ass crack. Like, that's all I can think about. And I just don't know how she did it. When she took off that dress and she was wearing a bra and no underwear, I literally died.
I was dead. Is that how she married the bank?
I mean, I guess if you don't marry the banker, you marry the bank, you can do anything you goddamn well please.
Iconic.
That was a line.
That was like, a line.
Okay, put us in our place, Miss Sonia Morgan. Okay.
Genuinely, you guys, after I heard her say those words, I got on my phone and was like, I want to marry the bank. Hold on. What banker eligible bachelors are there in the world left? Because like I'm trying to be on Sonia's vibe right now.
Right.
Right?
I was here for it. I love Sonia. She's such a hot mess, but she is very like refined in a lot of ways, but she's just such a mess otherwise. And this episode with her fashion show.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we've learned from her best friend, Ramona, that she doesn't design the clothes. It's just merchandise that she gets from suppliers. And now I'm just thinking very differently about the past, like, 3 seasons that she's been developing this line. And we've seen her have these, like, she's had one fashion show before. And so this is her second fashion show on the show. And now that I know that it's not being designed by a team, it's just like merchandising that she's getting from like a supplier in like India or something, I'm just like, oh. Well,
according to Leah, that wasn't a fashion show.
I mean, it had no music, so.
Yeah, no. The no music thing really got me.
There was no vibe.
Yeah. That was so unfortunate. Who let her? There were so many people on the team who let her do that show without music.
Yeah, like, I feel like she didn't even stop to say, like, where's the music?
No, that was the plan.
That was the plan. There was no music, which is so weird because you know the fashion show is starting because the music starts, the lights go down, boom, the clothes come out, and the clothes just came out.
Everyone was just like, oh, so I guess we're starting.
Yeah.
And then I want to mention iconic Luann was not in New York for Fashion Week. And my favorite line of the show, no one leaves New York during Fashion Week.
I know.
Luann left.
You know, she had the cabaret to do, darling.
She had the cabaret.
You know, she had a show that was planned months ago.
Oh, leave it up to Luann to keep it fresh. Leaves New York for Fashion Week. Like, that is my bitch. Like, just do something different. Shake it up.
I cannot with Luann. Like, I'm getting to the point this season, I'm really having a tough time with Luann. She is driving me crazy. First of all, she used to be so poised and so polished and so put together. And in the past couple seasons, she's really had a fall from grace to me. Because all I can think about is, like, the perfectly coiffed hair and the little two-piece outfits and the huge statement necklaces, and, you know, she's always in a fabulous heel and a great outfit, and the way that she's dressed on the first 4 episodes of the show are just atrocious. She's been in, like, flip-flops to go to this party at a $39 million home. She was in, like, you know, just like a regular old dress that looks like it came from Ross. Like, you're on national television. She's barely wearing any makeup. Like, put yourself together. These women are fabulous. Like, at the end of the day, like, it might not be your style, your taste, whatever. And sometimes they do look ridiculous, but they're always, like, put together and glammed. And Luann is just not doing it for me this season. And I just want her to elevate. Like, I get that you're sober and you're, like, you know, you're back to your roots and you're down home right now. But, like, girl, you're on national television. You're a Real Housewives of New York and you're an OG. Like, give me something to look at.
You know what she is right now?
What?
Humbled. She's humbled. You guys, this is an inside joke between us because one of our family members, like, went through a really rough time a few years ago, and, like, he got himself into some shit, and afterwards he was like, now I'm just humbled. Now I just want to be home. Now I just want to wear low-key clothes. Now I'm just bare. I've been stripped. Okay? That is Luann at the moment. She went through it and she's humbled.
I get it. I think she's going to turn it around because she's about to start drinking again. And I feel like that's going to kick her up a notch. She's going to start to feel sexy again. Like, last episode when they were in the Hamptons and she's trying to flirt with the hot tennis guy, he's, like, not feeling her because she has, like, bags under her eyes. Like, I was like, girl, you look like you need a haircut and a manicure. Like, I'm not feeling you right now. I just need her to get it together.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
Yeah, that's fine.
And, okay, so I have to talk about Dorinda, because that's my main one.
We love her.
And this season, I've had a really tough time with Dorinda, because she's getting the bitch edit. And I think that might be, like, on purpose. And sometimes I feel like she is really bitchy, so I get it. And she was just coming for Tinsley. And I was just like, girl, like, get off of Tinsley's back. Like, she's not a deep person. Like, girl, just, like, it's fine. And I think tonight's episode, like, I've turned a corner with Dorinda, and I'm like, oh, I get where she's coming from. When they were at that lunch after the fashion show, and Leah's crying about not speaking to her mother about her starting to drink again. And Tinsley's like, yeah, you know, I go through the same thing. I feel like I always want to please my mother because, you know, I wanted to wear my hair curly and my mom wanted it to be straight. And she goes on this whole tirade. And Dorinda's like, oh my God, here we go. Let me plug out my brain. And I was like, oh, this is what Dorinda's talking about. It's all very shallow and surface, and it almost feels like Tinsley she's not quite clued into reality of anyone's life or even her own, and the seriousness that she should have about certain things that she just doesn't. And I got what Dorinda has been talking about these past couple episodes. Because I can understand, like, she's now been on the show for, like, 3 seasons, maybe 4. And if we don't know anything about her, and she can't even be honest about her boyfriend, and, like, everything she talks about is just, like, her lashes and her hair, like, I can understand why it's, like, I don't know you, and I feel like you won't let us in, and you're living a lie because you don't even really live in New York. You just rent a hotel here, and, you know, you say you're not with Scott, but we see you out with him, and you know, like, I get it. I was very much on Tinsley's side in this whole back and forth between them, and I was just like, you know, Dorinda needs to back off. Like, if Tinsley wants to fuck her ex on the low, like, that's fine. Like, she can do that. Like, leave her alone. But, like, I get it. For some reason, something clicked tonight, and I was like, oh, I get it.
I have been on Dorinda's side because we all know someone like Tinsley. You're on a reality show. Just be real. Just be honest.
Yes.
Like, give us something more than what you're giving us.
But I think the problem with it, though, is that it comes off as Dorinda being aggressive because everyone else has figured out that she might just be that dense. And that's what I got tonight. I was like, oh, it is that shallow, like, across the board. Like, her entire life sits on the surface. Like, that's as far as she goes. So you're never going to get anything deeper. And I know people like that. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It's always going to be, like, very just surface level. Because they're just not deep.
No, we all know people like that. And, you know, for the people who accept those people into their lives and just continue to be their friends, they just have to accept that that's what they're getting with them. And Dorinda has to accept that.
Yeah. I think she's gonna get there, but I hope she does it. Like, because it really, I don't even think it's worth her time to try to even continue arguing with Tinsley.
Oh, there's no point. It's not gonna get her anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so that's how I feel about, I think the season is going great. There was like 2 episodes that I was like, oh, this is a little boring. They need to kick it up. But I'm on the train. I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it as well. After Leah got everyone to get naked in the pool, I was like, okay, these women are the best housewives.
Always.
They're the best.
Forever.
Yeah.
They serve it up, and they serve it up. So let's just quickly touch on Beverly Hills Housewives. Okay, they're about 4 episodes in or 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
All I have to say about this season is I love Garcelle.
I love Garcelle.
Another housewife that, you know, we're only a couple episodes in with her, but I stan.
That one fit, that she came to the dinner party.
Kyle's dinner party.
Black tulle maxi skirt.
Love it.
Honey, yes, show up to the dinner party being the best dressed, being the new bitch. Like, I just love it. I stan. I have to.
I do. I love that she's a black woman on this cast. I love, like, the integration of it all.
Yes.
And I think she's, like, really fabulous. She's always put together. She is successful. She is classy. I'm standing her. I think she's funny. She's fun. She's open. She completely bears it all. She told us about her ex-husband cheating on her and her going crazy and writing the email to all of the staff and it being linked to the press and just the journey that she's had with her divorce. And I love her. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think she's absolutely great. Absolutely fabulous. And once again, holding her own against all of the OG girls in this series.
I agree. And then you have the opposite, the other new person on that cast.
Oh my god.
Sutton.
I hate Sutton. What on earth was she wearing? No, I tried to think of an occasion where that red embellished Dolce dress would be appropriate, and I just can't think of one. That is just something you do not wear. And she's supposed to be into fashion. Like, no, it's Dolce. Maybe if someone else made that, it would make more sense why she wore it, but it's Dolce. Like, please.
I know, and they're, like, so problematic right now. Like,
they've
kind of been canceled. Like, you know, whatever.
I don't wear an ugly Dolce dress.
I just feel like she has nothing in common with these women. Like, she just feels old in comparison to everybody else who is so hip and so on trend. And she's never heard of Rihanna's fashion line.
Oh my gosh. See, here's my thing. The LA Housewives, the Beverly Hills Housewives, they're a very young season, and she really does not fit in that sense.
Yes, she just feels old and dated, and she has these social requirements for her friends and her social circle, clearly, that they do not adhere to. Like, none of them are feeling her. Like, Erica can't stand her.
Yeah.
Lisa Rinna's her friend, so quote unquote, that has brought her into the season. And you can tell that she's very like, well, you know, that's just how she is, but whatever. But she makes things so awkward. She's extra in not a nice way.
I genuinely don't like her, and just her style. Like, one of the reasons why I like watching The Housewives is for the style,
especially Beverly Hills. They are fabulous, dressed to the nine, beat down, hair laid, like, live for them.
She has bangs.
Oh my god.
She has like a full-on heavy front bang. Like,
I know, her and Kyle right now with the bangs, I'm like dying. I cannot believe Kyle has bangs. They're so awful.
Doesn't Kyle have bangs for the show though?
For the show that she's doing, yes.
Okay, so that's okay.
I understand it.
You know,
but,
she's a working gal. She has to do that style for her show. But, you know, Sutton has no excuse, and I want her gone. I'm sorry, I want her gone.
I agree. She doesn't. I found out that she is not an actual official housewife, but they filmed her like she was because they were working out some kind of deal with her husband, and somehow he has not released like the footage that was filmed in like the house or of the kids or something. There's something to do with her ex-husband and her, and not having the proper releases of footage, and that's why they've had to demote her to a friend, even though she is filmed so heavily like a cast member. But she doesn't have a diamond, she doesn't have a tagline, you know. So, but I feel like regardless, she doesn't fit with the cast, so like make her a friend. Like, she's awful.
Yeah.
I'm hating her.
But like, my general like opinion of this season is, compared to New York, these bitches are boring. Like, their little petty LA drama is not doing it for me. I'm here for the looks.
I'm here for the looks, and I do agree on some level for sure. I think we're going to see a lot of drama play out. You might not know what's about to come. So it has already been, it's out in the press and in pop culture that Denise and her husband are having issues, and she is carried on a secret affair with Brandi Glanville.
Oh my god, I actually didn't know that.
So that's to come, and like the fallout of that. Like, towards the end of the season, Denise refuses to film, and there's like a whole
Denise
thing.
With her shaman husband? It makes sense that she cheated because the man is out of his mind.
Oh my god, the dinner party was so awkward. That was probably one of the most awkward dinner parties. First with Sutton and Teddy. I can't with Teddy. Honestly, Teddy is probably the worst housewife that just keeps getting rehired, and I don't understand. She is so boring. She brings nothing to the cast, and she's always like so dramatic and just so sensitive about everything. And then I cannot with Teddy. But anyways, first with Teddy and then with Denise and her husband, that dinner party was crazy. They're being followed. He healed his Achilles with his alternative non-medicine. Okay, sir, your wife just had hernias removed and she's in physical pain right now. Why haven't you healed her? If you're so cutting edge and successful, and what you do is so revolutionary, why can't you heal your wife? Why is your wife sitting there in pain? Huh?
Yeah.
I cannot with Aaron right now. I was like, what the actual F is going on?
that was so strange to me, but even stranger is the fact that Kyle thought it was a good idea to bring it up. Like, if you know your friend's man is on some weird kick, that is, like, so strange. Why on earth would you want to talk about it at a dinner party? Like, honey, I thought he was gonna say something fun and lighten it up. It just got so bizarre.
Yeah, that was the wrong person to, like, kick the party too. Like,
Yeah.
we needed to talk to somebody else. Like, it should have gone to Erica. Like, we could have talked to anybody else at that table, but the fact that it went to Aaron and it just got so fucking weird, I was like, what is actually going on? And just to know that what's to come with their relationship and how they treat filming and everything to come, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
These people are wildin'.
Yeah. You know? But
I'm loving the season. Last season was literally legitimately painful to watch.
Mm-hmm. You
thought this is boring. They were dead. Like, they might as well not have filmed last season. They're doing it for me this year. Okay. And I think, I think it's fun and fresh right now.
Love to hate them. But I want the other, I'm missing the other Lisa.
I know, Vanderpump.
I'm missing Lisa Vanderpump.
So am I. I mean, when she left, I was just so heartbroken, so sad. She's my favorite housewife. Mm-hmm. Well, in my top 2 of all housewives across any season. And I love her. I miss the accent. I miss the witty responses, and I miss the animals, and I miss her talking to her husband and to Gigi.
I truly miss the British humor.
Yeah.
She was just so cute.
We love a Brit.
We love a Brit, and she just did it for me.
I agree.
Her and her husband carried that entire show.
I agree.
But next.
Anyways, so let's get into the tea.
Ooh, the tea is piping hot tonight.
Okay, you can start.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, TMZ reported this week that Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik are expecting a baby. And I think it's fun and fresh. And I love that for them,
I feel like you really like this news and I could care less.
You don't like Gigi Hadid?
Enough.
You don't like Zayn?
Not at all.
Okay, well, as a former One Direction stan, I literally went to their very last concert that they ever did together as a band here in Miami. And
yeah, I think I'm just too old for this news to really hit me. I understand, but cute, fun and fresh for her. But aren't they always like back and forth?
Oh, they are very much back and forth. It's a little bit turbulent, but I'm just here for it.
Okay. Sure. If you're here for it, I'm here for it.
We hope that he will step up to the plate and be a good dad.
I just think it's always problematic to have children or tie yourself permanently to the guy that's back and forth, and that's a problem waiting to happen.
Well, we actually don't know why they've been back and forth, but that's just something about the Hadid sisters. They're just like very back and forth with their boyfriends. Like Bella's very back and forth with The Weeknd. She is very back and forth with Zayn, but I think that that's genuinely in her head, that is her person. So that's why I'm happy for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But in other news, Drake dropped a mixtape.
I know, it's about to come out. We're gonna listen to it when this is over. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a big on music. I have music news too. I mean, Meg the Stallion broke the internet yesterday with her Savage remix featuring the Queen Bee.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm here for it. I died. I stand. Yeah. I loved it.
That song just makes me want to go outside.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to be in the club with that song. Like, oh my gosh.
I don't go to clubs anymore, but like I would like to be like at a day party or a brunch with like a cute guy and just be like,
oh my gosh,
talking shit and dancing and backing it up.
I want to wear like a black outfit with like turquoise jewelry and like be at brunch with that song.
I love that.
Right?
So many lines. Like, I need to take some Instagram pics because like there was just so many one-liners that I'm like, yes, this is a caption, honey, let's go.
Yeah. No, the girls are going to exhaust every lyric of that song, guaranteed.
And the men will be hating, so keep on hating, haters.
Yeah, but back to Drake really quick. I really want to engage with the people and have them tell us what they think, because Tuesday Slide, I mean, and I feel like Drake's mixtapes as of late haven't been the best. We just love it because it's Drake.
Yeah.
So let me know what you think, and next episode maybe we can go a little bit more in depth on our thoughts.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what's on it. He's got a lot of features, like good features on it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. And apparently he's dropping an album this summer.
Yes.
And it's like, Drake, do you understand what time we're in right now? Like the summer is uncertain. Like, we don't know if we're gonna have summer. You can't just be dropping summer albums on us when we're in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm like almost, I care about my health and my life in quarantine, but I'm like almost at the point where I'm like, I don't care.
But, like, even when you don't care, there's nothing to go out and do. So that's the thing.
Yeah, that is the thing. It's not like I can go anywhere. But at this point, I'm just like, oh my God.
We're all getting a little stir crazy. But, like, it's the same thing with Bad Bunny's album that dropped, like, right when quarantine started. That album is so good, and it hasn't even been played in the clubs. Yeah. Like, it's just really unfortunate for all of the, like, those type of artists, that give us like those pop bangers. We're not going to be able, the jams, we're not going to be able to enjoy them in the same way, but I'm here for it.
I wonder if when things open back up and like people are out again, will that be their moment, or will it have passed?
I need to hear Bad Bunny and Drake in the club if and when they open.
Okay.
I need to hear it. I need to hear Meg and Beyoncé in the club.
Oh, for sure.
When I get out of quarantine.
For sure.
No, I have to.
I know. Yeah.
I'm going to request it. I'm going to go up to the DJ and be like, play Meg the Stallion.
Oh, you know they never do that.
They do it at some clubs.
Some DJs will, but a lot of DJs are like, I don't take requests.
Oh, if you go up looking cute.
So annoying. Whatever.
No, the last part that I requested a song, they played it. So I'm just going to keep that mentality of I get what I want. I'm cute enough to walk up to the DJ and request a song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Right?
Okay. So just a little update. Jordyn Woods has announced that she will be releasing an album.
And I think that is so funny.
And starting a record label.
Oh, gosh. Jordy.
Good for her. Mm-hmm. And I understand now the reason why she went on The Masked Singer. Like, she was establishing some credentials with
Wait,
that.
so she can sing?
Apparently.
Oh, this is coming full circle.
You see?
Of you mentioning her.
Yes. So I think that's interesting. We'll wait to see. I just can't imagine her, like, on a stage.
What songs is she gonna make?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Is this the mentality that older people have of millennials? Because right now I'm just thinking, like, her and the whole Kylie clan, they have no personality and they have nothing to give me besides looking cute.
Right.
Is that what everyone thinks of our generation?
Kinda. That
is so unfortunate. I'm just realizing it now.
It's just, I don't know. The new girls are just not doing. Maybe I'm old. Like, I don't know if it's like I'm old and I just don't get it, or y'all are like, they're just not it. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're just not it. I think the talent is lacking. Mm-hmm. I think the ability is lacking. I think the effort is lacking.
Yeah, I will always go back to Dua Lipa. She gives us nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Just she's cute. You know, it's a cute song. It's a cute look, but
and people love her.
People really do love her.
Right, it's just the bar is so low for the girls these days.
It's very low. I just feel like the music stars are not doing it. They're not serving looks. They're not serving vibes. They're not serving bangers.
Please give us a vocal. Come on.
They can barely sing. They don't want to perform. Like, ma'am, do you know what job you just signed up for? Do you know what industry you're getting into? It's called a superstar for a reason. You're a singer for a reason. You're a celebrity for a reason. It's to be seen and be known. You can't have, like, Summer Walker to me just doesn't even make any sense.
Gosh.
And I hate talking about her because I don't even understand. I understand if you have anxiety and you have mental health issues. Great, sure, fine. Be a writer.
But homegirl can give us a vocal. Like, what vocal?
Can she, though?
She can sing.
I've never seen her perform to say, sure. So, to me, it's just, she gets mad when she goes on tour, and then people are like, why doesn't she look interested in performing? It's like, okay, you're clearly not a singer that should be performing. Mm-hmm. Because I'm coming to the stadium expecting Beyonce. I'm expecting Usher. I'm expecting Diana Ross. I'm expecting Celine Dion. I want to see you in a badass outfit, and I want to see you change 15 times. Mm-hmm. And even if you can't dance and do choreography, I want there to be some images behind you. I want you to give us vibes. I want there to be rain coming down. I want you to prance from one end of the stage to the next. Like, make me feel something. If you're just going to sit on a stool, I can't get with it. I can't get behind it. Like, I like a vocalist. I like a singer. I like somebody that's going to perform. Like, Mariah can't dance. We know that.
Yeah.
But, you know, she comes out there in a pretty gown and she will hit her high note and she will move that hand like it is, because it is her job.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm just like, come on, give me something, give me anything. She's going to have Tanaka bow her and whisk her from one side to the next. Like, she's giving me something.
Because that is the woman's job, and the girls are no longer treating this like it's a job. They're just artists, and they just make things, and they're just artists. And,
I'm not with it. I can't get it. I said this to you earlier when we were watching. What were we watching?
The Housewives.
What were we saying? What were we talking about?
What, with the models?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody... The way that you find talent now is very different than they did 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And no one has it factor anymore. People are just popular.
You know?
And there's not a whole lot of differentiation between any of the people that are popular. They're just all popular.
You know what it is? Before, it was find talent, make the image. Now, they're looking for people with the image on social media, people that are popular, these influencers, these IG models, and then they're trying to give them a talent.
Yeah, it's just not working for me. Like, I don't even believe, like, this generation, I always say this, we don't have bombshells anymore. There are no women like Pamela Anderson or Nicole
Simpson.
No. Anna Nicole Smith. You know, there are no Marilyn Monroes in this generation. In acting, in music, in modeling. Like, there are no bombshells. There are no, like, captivating women that are beautiful and are engaging and are captivating.
The girls are not giving us anything. Once again, like, that is the overall theme. The girls are not giving us anything.
I know.
These days.
It's real tired. It's real old.
And Jordy, I'm just very curious as to what kind of artist she is going to sign with this record label.
Right?
Like, oh my gosh.
I feel like she needs to discover the kind of artist she's gonna be.
Yeah.
To even turn around and be like, yeah, I'm gonna manage and and put out artists of my own. I don't even understand.
Yeah, you have to have good content in order to curate other content. Like I feel like Travis Scott does a very good job of doing that. Like everyone on his label makes sense, and when they put out that album all together, it was like, okay, great, we love it. But like anyone else is just like, oh, I just want to have a label, I just want to be an artist, I'm not here for it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not with it either. Okay, so I think that's all we have for you today. I mean, the last thing I was gonna say was Anderson Cooper had a baby via a surrogate.
You know what? Snaps to him. Congratulations
to
Anderson
Cooper.
I
think that is such great news. I cried as I read his Instagram announcement and saw the pictures. I'm just so happy for him. That's so cute. And the baby's name is Wyatt Morgan Cooper. Oh,
such an adorable
that
name. I
so
die.
much.
Yeah, that is just such an adorable story to me. I love that we're ending off the tea with a little bit of
positivity
and positivity.
And birth.
And birth, yes. I love Anderson Cooper. He's one of our favorite CNN guys, news anchors. We genuinely love him. So congratulations to him. Yes. And that is all we have for you guys today. Thanks for listening to us and joining us for another episode of TV&T. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a little rating and review.
Positive vibes, positive words.
Yes, and until next episode, you can find us on Instagram. I am Selena Stan with 2 N's.
And I am XO Adriana Alicia. And you can follow our show's Instagram, which is the TV&T Podcast.
Yes, so peace out, everyone. Bye.
Bye.